brought a little red dirt back with me on my shoes. I brought a little red dirt back with me on my shoes. I went back to Oklahoma and did that thing we do. I brought a little red dirt back with me on my shoes. Whether I am walking or kneeling down, these shoes gonna take me to solid ground. I've been down in the valley and over the hill, try to wash unclean, but I never will. Brought a little red dirt back with me on my shoes. I brought a little red dirt back with me on my shoes. I went back to Oklahoma and did that thing we do. I brought a little red dirt back with me on my shoes. These shoes learn the rhythm by the campfire light. These shoes heard mandolins and fiddles in the night. These shoes heard friends singing about their pain. Had these shoes on when I kissed you in the rain. Brought a little red dirt back with me on my shoes. I brought a little red dirt back with me on my shoes. And I went back to Oklahoma and did that thing we do. I brought a little red dirt back with me on my shoes. There were a few books on his shelf, Zane Grey and a Bible, but nothing else. Never went too far in school, always thought himself a fool. So much he couldn't understand. But give him a torch and some metal rod, he could weld anything in this world, by God. When it came to working with his hands, he was an educated man. He was a master of his trade, could fix anything ever made with his hands. Smarter than most PhDs, could build anything you see with his hands. He was an educated man. He never traveled very far, he'd only leave that farm to pick up parts. And the only world he knew was his shop and all them tools and the work he had to do. But give him a hammer and a box of nails, he could build you a wagon or a ship that sails. When it came to working with his hands, he was an educated man. He was a master of his trade, could fix anything ever made with his hands. Smarter than most PhDs, could build anything you see with his hands. He was an educated man. When he was here, he taught me all he knew. And when he left me all his tools. Well, Grandpa gave me a a fishing pole. We didn't have a fishing hole. Down on the farm that didn't really matter to us. We'd sit out there on the old front porch with a rusty can of kernel corn, bait her up and cast it out in the dust. Fishing for chickens, trying to catch a biggin'. White ones, black ones, yellow ones, red ones, it don't matter just as long as I get one. If mama finds out, you only catch a lickin'. Mama don't like nobody fishing for chickens. But I remember the time that I got in on a feeding frenzy in a school of hens.